here for the buzz. Oh, yeah.
You keep talking that same shit about my fucking kid, and you annoying me and aggravating me. And I'm trying to enjoy my life.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Hottie stop.
You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. What up and welcome back. It's your girl Jane, the plainest Jane, and I serve in the form of black news and celebrity entertainment over here on my channel. Now listen, it's 3:45 over here in Baltimore, so shout out to everybody who is up at this time. Again, I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so if you're somewhere else and it's still late for you, shout out to you for being here and being on the bus. Now, listen, you know the rule of thumb over here, okay? If you don't hit thumbs up on the video, Jaguar Wright is definitely going to visit you in your sleep, and you're going to have a couple of nightmares. So it would be in your best interest. It'd be your best bet to go ahead and hit thumbs up on this video, not only because it's a free way for you to pay your fare, but you don't want Jaguar Wright visiting you in your sleep, right? And you damn sure don't want Lasagna singing to you in your nightmares either, okay? So we've got some things that we need to talk about. Come on in, have a seat, share this video via text message in your group chat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, however you share videos with people, and you get a cackle out of this train wreck that is Jaguar Wright. Okay? What up and welcome back. It's your girl Jane, the plainest Jane, and I serve in the form of black news and celebrity updates. And so, you know, things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. And speaking of Hollywood, there are some people who have had a touch, a kiss, just a brush up against Hollywood, and they are no longer there. And I feel like this has a lot to do with Jaguar Wright in particular, her gripe against the people that are still successful in Hollywood, which is why she slanders them so often, okay? So we're going to get into some updates. You know, I reported yesterday on her being arrested again. I think like the third or fourth time this year, maybe it was the third time this year that she's been arrested, while she's been saying she's going to get everybody else that she's ever encountered that she doesn't get along with anymore. She's been saying she's going to get them arrested. Meanwhile, she falls into the ditch that she's digging for other people. Now, she got arrested for disorderly conduct and professional possession of drug paraphernalia. We're going to get into that. She is out, right? So we're going to get into the description and the reasons as to why she was released. Her fine ticket total amounts. We're going to get into the recording, right? Because if you're not up to speed, you definitely want to catch up. You want to watch the last video, skim past it, do whatever you need to do. I made a phone call to the facility to confirm that she was arrested. And with that, we get the real. It's confirmed because there were no online documents with that. And so since Jaguar has been released, we have recordings, right? Not visual recordings, but we have audio recordings of what happened leading, at least bits and pieces, right? Not the full thing continuously from beginning to end. There could be some things missing. We have the audio leading up to, and actually while the arrest was taking place, when they put the cuffs on her, when she was in the back of the cruiser, and some of the things that she was yelling and shouting when they were taking her into custody. So we're going to get into that. Jaguar has been talking a lot about Miranda rights since she has been released, and it seems that Jaguar doesn't even really understand what Miranda rights are and how they work. And we're going to get into all of that. So shout out to everybody here in the chat right now. And also shout out to everybody who is catching the replay. Okay. Shout out to y'all. Okay. It's the support for me. It's definitely the support for me. Okay. So we're going to continue to get into some Jaguar stuff. And also shout out to the channel members. I do appreciate you all, the moderators, so on and so forth. So listen, without further ado, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh y'all's memory pertaining to yesterday. Make sure you hit thumbs up on the video if you haven't already. All right. And let's go ahead and just get started talking about what happened yesterday and following up to date with her release, why she was released, etc., etc. Let's get into it. Drop some pancakes down below in the chat. Hey, thanks for letting me keep you connected and in the know with what's happening in the Black world. Don't forget to smash on that like button for support and for more Black news. All right, let's get into this in case you missed this yesterday, but there's a lot of commentary that you missed from yesterday's video that you definitely want to check out, okay?
You have reached the DeSoto Police Department. If this is an emergency.
Now, this is me making that phone call down there to the jail to confirm that she was actually in custody. Let's take a listen.
Please hang up and dial 911. For non-emergency police calls, please dial 972-223-6111. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For information on prisoners or vehicle impoundment, please press 1 for the jail. For all other calls, please press 0 for the operator. City Jail, Armstrong speaking.
Yes, how are you today? I'm calling to check on a friend of mine to see if she has been booked. I haven't heard from her in a while, and she's been having manic episodes.
Who is the person, ma'am?
Jaguar Wright. I'm not sure if
she's here.
Oh, okay. What was she booked on?
Hold on one moment. She's in for disorderly conduct and possession of drug paraphernalia. So she'll see the judge in the morning between 7 and 9 a.m. So if you want to call back to about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, then you can find out if the judge going to hold her, if he's going to release her, or if he asking for X amount of dollars for her to get out.
Okay, and what's the name of the judge?
Probably Judge Kurtz, Kurth.
Okay. Lord have mercy. She's always into some. Okay. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Okay, so this is me confirming that she was actually in custody, right? Now, mind you, the first piece of information that tipped me off to understand, what's going on with her? Like, is she in custody? Was Lasagna joined Tokyo Tony's panel and said that she was arrested. And I'm like, all right, but before I just take Lasagna's word for it, because we know Lasagna is a liar, right? Hello, she's a love child of Robert and Aaliyah. Come on now. Like, let me check and see what's going on. And sometimes when you're booked down in Texas, which can be like, Texas operates in a whole different way, right? Per the natives. I'm like, this stuff isn't available necessarily online as quickly as you want it to be, or in general. So you need to call and get like verification. So that's what I did. I called, I got the verification, boom. So she's out. Let's talk about these charges. Thank y'all for hitting thumbs up. If you haven't already, it's 175 of us here and only 75 thumbs up. What's going on? Don't. Okay. If you want Jaguar to visit y'all in y'all sleep, that's on you. That's on you. All right. Let's talk about what's going on and some of the charges, the fines, and how or why she was released. That's what we're about to get into right now. And shout out to all of y'all being here for around 4 in the morning. Okay. Y'all are some real troopers. Now, my information, based on the phone calls that I've made, is that we know that there was a disorderly conduct on February the 27th. So that was reduced down to a ticket by the time she saw the judge, right? You heard the the woman that I had talked to down at the station. There's always a judge that you need to see before you're released when you're taken into custody. So March 28th wasn't the only day that she had some run in with whatever. So February 27th, which I think that's when she went into the police station and acted a complete and absolute fool. Okay. And you know what? Just to give y'all some clarity, okay? This is where we are. Let's go back. Okay, let's go. Okay, so cool. Let's go back. So we got I reported a while ago Jaguar Wright was arrested February, right? She went ballistic in the police station amidst the prostitution, right? And she did. When I did that video, when I gave my commentary, she was out there trying to give that kitty cat away for some beef patties at the Jamaican restaurant. The man didn't want no parts. He threw some food at it and gave her some free food and told her to take her ass home. Literally 3 times I heard him in the video say, "Take your ass home." She said, "Do you want some cooch?" He said, "Take your ass home." Okay. He didn't want none of that coochie. She felt like she was going to make Goomba jealous by going live and saying, "I need some food to feed my family. What do I have that I can give you for some of the food? Me and my family, we hungry today. We're going to be on Philadelphia Network. Subscribe today and see everything. But we need some food today. What do I have that I can give you?" That man gave her a singular meal, then gave her a whole platter and said, "I don't want none of that cooch. Take your ass home." Okay, that's what happened. Same day, you know the Jag accent, because she code switch. She go through different accents. So, she went through that accent. She got her free food, an individual meal, and a platter. She got her little beef patties. And she didn't even go home and give it to her family. She went down to the police department and acted a fool. Did the whole video on that. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. Right? Boom. Got arrested. She was being ballistic in the police department, in the police station. Right? Admitted that she said, "I need to do what I need to do to feed my family. And if I need to go give up some of my body to feed my family, then that's what I'm going to do." But the thing is, nobody wanted that body. Nobody wanted it. No. Acting like that musty cooch is a hot commodity, and baby, nobody wanted it. All right? Moving on. So that was that. Then we got into this video about the crisis hotline. Oh my goodness, that video is going to blow your mind. If you haven't seen it already, it's also going to make you feel sorry for the woman on the other end of the phone. Okay, so I'm just taking you through what's going on with Jaguar Wright and how I've been, and this isn't even all that I've covered with Jaguar Wright, right? Those of you who know, it's been 3 years I've been covering her, speaking to her family, her friends, her cousins, have had contact with her first husband, Sam Odom, Sr., right? I'm not new to Jaguar Wright commentary. I got deleted at 102,000 subscribers. Okay. But I still had conversations, had panels with the people she worked with, so on and so forth. Crisis hotline. Boom. Car gets towed. Another manic episode because the car gets towed for whatever reason, right? She calls it the projects, but she's paying $2,000 a month for rent. But also her name is not on the property because she doesn't have the credit or the income to qualify for such. So it's just Goomba and her mother's name, right? Gerald Johnson and her mother's name on the rental agreement, right? And I posted that proof, that document backstage on the members only community tab. So if you're a member, check it out. And shout out to the Secret Sauce who just joined the channel. You can check the members only community tab. Okay. So that is that. Shout out to you. Okay, so car got towed. She went ballistic again. Then I report on her stalking Erykah Badu. All right, boom. Then I report on her getting arrested again because she's stuck on Bobby and this fentanyl weed. She's so stuck on it that it's done got her arrested. Do you hear me? Okay. Do you hear me? Okay. And here we are getting ready to get into the recordings of the arrest. So there's a lot that we need to go through and that we're going to go through pertaining to Jaguar Wright. And thank you all so much for being here. I see it's about 260 of us here. Okay. 4 o'clock in the morning over here in Baltimore. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe. So let's continue. Hey, thanks for letting me keep you connected and in the know with what's happening in the Black world. Don't forget to smash on that like button for support and for more Black news. So here's why Jaguar Wright was actually released. Okay, she's been released. We do have recordings of the arrest. Now, there was some disorderly conduct around February the 27th, right? That was $536. A fine. It was reduced to a fine, although she was arrested, which is when she went into the police station and acted a fool. I did a whole video on that. Check it out if you haven't already. I'm not about to delve into that again because what we're here for today are the updates of her most recent arrest. Okay. Now we have the drug paraphernalia. I'm reading from my notes, baby. I'm reading from my notes. Drug paraphernalia, which was on March the 28th, $536 is the fine that it was reduced down to, right? And so it's interesting because her disorderly conduct from February the 27th was $536 a ticket. And then the drug paraphernalia from March the 28th is also $536. Then we have the disorderly conduct, because if you remember the phone call that I just played for you all, she had disorderly conduct and drug paraphernalia as the charges because she was down at the mayor's office. And we're about to get into that recording and listening to how she was talking while she was down there at the mayor's office, headquarters, whatever you want to call it. So the charges from the other day were for professional drug paraphernalia and disorderly conduct. The drug paraphernalia was $536. The disorderly conduct was for $386. But her total, as far as how much she needs to pay for these tickets, these fines, these citations, whatever you want to call them, is $1,458. And let me just give you a visual of this, just so that you understand. Okay? I'm going to help you understand. I'm doing the research. I'm breaking it down. I'm making it simple. Plain and simple for you all. And we're going to get into Jag's testimony with all this. So I'm doing a lot of the work. So y'all just supporting the channel for free and subscribe. Now listen, supporting the show, you can hit thumbs up, you can subscribe, or you can send something to the Cash App, even if it's $1, $2, 10, 5, 10, whatever. $THA PLAINESTjane. Make sure you double check and spell it right. It's appreciated, not required. Let's get into this though. Boom, here we go. Let's make it bigger. Okay. So Jag appeared in court this morning. I typed it out just to make it easier for you all to understand it, right? Jag appeared in court the morning of March the 29th. She was released based upon the following fine. So they reduced all of her charges down to a fine to the point where she didn't even have a bond. Disorderly conduct on February the 27th, $536. Disorderly conduct March the 28th, $386. Possession of drug paraphernalia, professional drug paraphernalia to be specific, is what I was told on the phone, because I did call a couple of different times. $536, and this does total a whopping $1,458. And that's enough to pay your rent. And to be acting a fool like this when you're in the process of being evicted It's wild, it's bizarre, it's strange, it's all of those things. But we're going to continue. Drop some pancakes in the chat if you haven't already. We are just getting started, baby. We've got a lot of the tea, the understanding. Hey, shout out to Kiana Warren for the Cash App. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate that so much. It means a lot. Okay, shout out to the Discord members. And all right, so let's continue. So now we need to get into the recordings. Now we're going to get into listening to the mind state and the communication style of Jaguar Wright while she was down at the station. So we've spoken about the fact that she was released already. Her crimes of the possession of professional possession of drug paraphernalia, which I thought was crazy that they said professional possession. I'm like, damn, professional possession of drug paraphernalia and disorderly conduct. We went over how she has been released and why they've all been reduced down to fines. Okay, so these are tickets that she will need to pay at one point or another. Let's go ahead and get into the recordings. Now, this is something that's very interesting. It does seem that Jaguar Wright does not understand Miranda rights and how they work. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions, how you think Miranda rights work before we get into it, because there are a couple of videos that we are going to watch. And I want to know how you all feel about it. Let me check the temperature of the chat and just read and see how you all are feeling and what's going on at this time of morning. Okay, got you. All right, cool. Let's get into these recordings now. Let me just say this real quick. If you are a makeup girly, meaning you're interested in makeup, reviews, high-end drugstore, whatever the case is, check out the very first link in the description box, because this is a channel that is going to let you know when Ulta, when Sephora, when they're having the sales. And also it'll let you know what's hot and what's not, what are the good and what are the bad products pertaining to the makeup. So drop some lipstick tubes in the chat, okay? If you are a makeup girly, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Again, it's the very first link in the description box. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you subscribe. And of course, when you subscribe, make sure you drop some pancakes in any one of the videos that you first click on to let them know who sent you, okay? It's deeper than skin deep, and I get a lot of information. And also there's some really good skincare tips over there as well. And if you know my evolution, which a lot of you probably don't, right? My evolution is that I started off as a makeup girly, a product junkie, like reviewing products and let you know, is it hot? Is it not? Was it good? Was it bad? Or is this false advertisement? Whatever the case is. And I've since moved on to commentary. So I resonate with this channel because it's exactly where I started. And of course, I still have those roots. And I talk about those things backstage. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into what Jaguar is talking about. Okay. Let's continue. All right. And get into Jaguar Wright and all her mess. Because we could talk about Jaguar Wright's teeth, right? Okay. Okay. I see some lipsticks down there. These are Jaguar Wright's teeth. Okay. Simply Complicated to say, yes, I follow her. Candy's got some lipsticks. V's got some lipsticks. We could be talking about Jaguar's teeth, right? But no, Deeper Than Skin Deep is a very informative and thorough channel on, specifically for me, it's the high-end makeup reviews that I enjoy, because every now and then I'll treat myself to a high-end makeup. For the most part, I'm between drugstore and high-end. But listen, let's go ahead and get into Jaguar and what she got going on. Shout out to the people that put their lipsticks in the chat. Okay. We ain't been to the bush yet. So let's go ahead and get into these recordings and what Jaguar has had to say. Hit thumbs up if you haven't already. Okay. It means a lot. It puts us into the algorithm and it lets other people know that we're getting into the real. We're giving real commentary. And we can acknowledge that Jaguar is a very talented person, but you know, she's got some issues. Y'all ready? All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and get into this. And thank you all for being here, supporting the stream, and sharing it with someone.
All of them kids that come up and in and out of there. What the fuck is people paying all of these taxes for? People leave Pleasant Grove. They leave Singing Hills to come here to these suburbs for a better life. And meanwhile, Bobby over there getting them kids high. When I went over there to report the first time, they body slammed me. And guess what? The police did nothing. They turned around and body slammed me again. It's all on YouTube. Right, I want to make sure I'm doing that. Yeah, I'll give you my number and my email address. I'm sick. I want my property back. I want my gun. I want my knife. I want my knuckles, and I want my phone. And they did not have a warrant to go in my car. They had a mental warrant for me, which means they got to take me and whatever was on my person. The gun was under the seat in my car, and when I got my car back, my gun was gone. And when I called up there, the officer told me they took my gun. Don't they need a warrant for my car? I want the name of that damn judge that wrote that mental health warrant because I'm taking his seat. Bye-bye to the country club.
Okay, let me just say this. Not only is she obsessed with Bobby, but she's obsessed with the idea that she can affect the lives and negatively affect the lives of sitting judges, etc., right? Being this homeless squatter that she is. Bye-bye to the country club. The country club is something that people of a certain stature and income level status, right? Tax bracket. It's something that they enjoy. So she thinks that she can knock anybody off of whatever throne. Okay. And the fact that she thinks that she has all this power to, you're an elected official, I'm coming for your seat, etc., etc. It's so funny. It's really funny that she thinks that she has this much power. But these are the things that she records. Now, is she as amped up as she usually is? No. But there's a difference between, see, she got comfortable. And this is why I think she got arrested. Because she got comfortable. She went to the police station and they put up with her for about 8 minutes, and then boom, right? She goes to these leasing offices and the tow truck companies, and she acts a fool, and she's so used to the police don't show up or the police can't do anything, and the gap between when the police show up and when they don't. And she went to the mayor's office thinking that she would get the same leniency that she got as the leniency that she got at the tow truck company, the leniency that she got at the rental office. And those are people who don't have officials and law enforcement on standby. But the mayor's office, ma'am, look, their job is to create a welcoming environment, right? And to not have all of your problematic ways soaking up all of the energy and the seriousness of whatever you like, whatever you got. The mayor's office is not tolerating what the rental office, the leasing office, the towing company, and what the police officers even dealt with. The mayor's office is not as lenient as that. And honestly, I would think that that's common sense. But I think that she's lost it so much, and her commitment to being a snitch. And I'm only calling it a snitch. It's not like watching a 96-year-old get assassinated outside of their home and you have no relation to the assassin, right? I'm talking about a woman who has literally had a relationship with her drug supplier for years at a time. And then as soon as that relationship goes sour, it's, you know what? Well, guess what? So you're committed to this whole snitching mess. You bought your drugs from him repeatedly. And now your commitment to snitching on him and the barbershop, I'm sure Bobby is laughing at you like right now. And your commitment to that, and you going crazy over that, and you not being cognizant about the way that you need to communicate with people has clouded your judgment so much that you have fallen into the ditch of being in jail or arrested or locked up. Okay.
Y'all fucking motherfuckers sitting down here doing this Barney fight and this Barney rebel ass fucking police work. These fucking peckerwoods y'all got over there at the Soto. Shit. I'm going to report to whoever I need to report to. But I'm sick and tired of reporting and being arrested and being beaten by all of them kids that come up and in and out of there. What the fuck is people paying all of these taxes for? People leave Pleasant Grove. They leave Singing Hills to come here to these suburbs for a better life. And meanwhile, Bobby over there getting them kids high. When I went over there to report the first time, they body slammed me. And guess what? The police did nothing. They turned around and body slammed me again. It's all on YouTube. Right, I want to make sure I'm doing that. Yeah, I'll give you my number and my email address. I'm sick. I want my property back. I want my gun. I want my knife. I want my knuckles, and I want my phone. And they did not have a warrant to go in my car. They had a mental warrant for me, which means they got to take me and whatever was on my person. The gun was under the seat in my car, and when I got my car back, my gun was gone. And when I called up there, the officer told me they took my gun. Don't they need a warrant for my car? I want the name of that damn judge that wrote that mental health warrant because I'm taking his seat. Bye-bye to the country club. Y'all fucking motherfuckers sitting down here doing this Barney fight and this Barney rebel ass fucking police work. These fucking.
It's all on YouTube because everybody's watching her on YouTube, right? She got this main character syndrome where she feels like everybody is watching her. Is a certain police department in a certain city in a certain area familiar with her name? Yes. But to act like everybody is watching your bullcrap on YouTube is a mess. People watch Netflix. I do. I've been watching Night Agent. I've been watching Inside Man. There's a lot going on Netflix that I was. Ain't nobody worried about you, Jaguar. Just stop. Just stop it.
And peckerwoods y'all got over there at the Soto. Shit. I'm gonna report to whoever I need to report to, but I'm sick and tired of reporting and being arrested and being beaten by all of them kids that come up and in and out of there. What the fuck is people paying all of these taxes for? People leave Pleasant Run.
Okay, so let's get into the next piece of recording, because this is the piece of recording when she actually, is this the one when she, yeah, I think this is the one where she actually gets So let's get into this one. This is the one where you can actually hear them detain her. Okay, hit thumbs up on the video if you haven't already. If not, what is you waiting for? Yes, because I'm about to cuss you out about it. I'm about to kick you off my butt. Stop it. Hit thumbs up on the video. Excuse me. Hit thumbs up on the video. Otherwise, Jaguar Wright is going to visit you in your sleep. And I promise you that you're going to. There's one person in the Discord who actually said that they did have a dream about Jaguar and lasagna. Dead and hand to the man. I won't put him on blast, but they did tell me about it. Hit thumbs up on the video. Don't make me play with you. But let's take some time together and listen to Jaguar actually being detained by these people and her shock, you know, the slight resistance. She didn't resist arrest a whole bunch, but of course she had a lot to say because she's got a big mouth, right? So we're going to get into all of that and more, okay? Keep it locked. Drop some pancakes down below in the chat if you haven't already. And let's get into Jaguar actually being taken in again, despite saying that everybody else is going to be arrested. But first, I need to fuss at those of you who haven't hit thumbs up.
But you're not. Stop it! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. You go to bed at night, you lay there, and you take responsibility for yourself.
If you want her in your dreams, then hey, make it do what it do. Okay? If not, hit that damn button. Okay? Now, let's continue getting into what's being said here.
I swear, why are these cops here? Why are these cops here? This is me writing down the information. I swear to God, if they try to arrest me, I came here. I didn't go to the police station. Have I done anything to threaten you or to harm you? So then why are they standing here? No, you better not fucking arrest me again, you motherfuckers! I swear to God, look at this shit! Look at this! Now I want y'all to listen to something. Please forgive my hoarse voice. But listen and see if they read me my rights. You gonna let them do this, black woman? I came up here to report a crime.
Not you trying to create a sisterhood after you've already been talking to the black woman a little crazy, right?
Up here asking for information, and you're gonna let them arrest me? I'm sorry. Now they're gonna come up with another excuse to steal another phone?
Is this your personal fan or is it belong to them?
And meanwhile, that man is sitting over there selling drugs as we speak.
Which
right across from the mayor's office, and y'all won't do nothing. I swear, why are these cops here? Why are these cops here? This is me writing down the information. I swear to God, if they try to arrest me, I came here.
All right. So there's a certain demeanor when she's being taken into custody. And that's that. All right. I mean, she goes down there yelling at people and berating people. And then the question is, have I done anything to make you feel threatened or whatever? Yeah, your demeanor, your stance, the way you're raising your voice, the way you refuse to calm down. And I think what it really boils down to for me is being a person that's worked and still is employed in corporate America is you make it difficult for us to service other people when you're acting this way, and we're providing everything for you that we can based off of what you shared, right? And Jaguar, she wants the world. She want to talk to the mayor, which means if she was in DC, she would want to talk to the president. Okay, she want to talk, and she just want to walk in there, and she just want to talk to these. And not only is there a process, but it's highly unlikely. Everybody can't walk in and just speak to the mayor, the senator, the governor, the president, like whatever the case is. And when she doesn't get her way, she gets increasingly combative. And what that does is it's a deterrent for everybody else who's coming in there in good faith, goodwill, to conduct business and present their concerns for the city or the county in that area. It's a disturbance, and that's why she got the disorderly conduct charge, is because she doesn't make it easy for them to conduct business around her, because she's standing there yelling at. Is this one of the calmer moments that Jaguar has displayed? Yes. Yeah. This was a time that was a bit more calm than the other stuff. However, that doesn't mean, like, again, the mayor's office has a different level of tolerance than the police department does, than the leasing office does, than the towing company does. Like, they all have different levels of patience and what they will and will not tolerate. And me personally, and I feel like anybody else with common sense wouldn't think that showing up at the mayor's office that they would have this high level of tolerance where I could just show up and yell and scream and call them names and call them pussies. And they would tolerate the mess, and I would just be able to stand there and wild out for chunks of 15 or 30 minutes at a time. And that is Jaguar's pattern. It is. Is it not? Is it not her pattern of what she does? Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. So, okay, let's see. Looks like there's a third one here.
His office and y'all won't do nothing. I swear, why are these cops here? Why are these cops here?
Okay, wait a minute. All right, so it seems like, hold on, we already heard that one. Let's get into the last one, and then I do have some other exclusive information to give y'all.
I already told you out here. They already know. I think I'm here on one time. Again.
Okay, so she's in the process of being detained, arrested, put in cuffs, whatever you want to call it, right? And you can hear her saying, my husband's releasing a sex tape, and girl, none of that matters. Like, nothing that you claim Goomba, his girlfriend,
a YouTuber is allegedly doing. Like, none of that matters as you are being taken away in cuffs. But you get this spot when, like, you just go over there, Bobby selling weed out the barbershop, right? And then when you're being taken away, you like to deflect and talk about other people's dirt in hopes that it's going to take the heat off of you. While they have you in handcuffs, they're not listening, nor do they care about an allegation, which I'm aware of, right? An allegation that, you know, Goomba or whoever is going to release a sex tape that you two were in together. I know a lot of people wouldn't want to see it, but I know a lot of people would want to see it. But none of that matters. And she just gets to yelling and doing all of this other stuff. And it's just like, ma'am, you are 45 years old. This is a mess. Not to mention, she's talking about and won't let up on the Miranda rights. Okay? Hold on.
Y'all like this is what y'all do? People come and report crimes and you arrest them? Bobby's sitting over there selling drugs right now. Right now.
She getting put in the back of the cruiser and this Bobby over there selling drugs right now. Like, honestly, if Bobby was a person with an IQ that was at least at an 11th or 12th GED level, he probably ain't, he might not be selling drugs right now. But you keep trying to pin that on him because you're trying to get.
Oh, look at y'all. Look at y'all.
No Miranda yet.
You hear her talking about Miranda rights. We'll get into that in a second because she doesn't understand how they work.
It never happened.
My ID, the ATM card, my glasses. I hope they didn't lose the other one because I'll be adding that to my lawsuit as well.
Oh, it's always a lawsuit, and a lawsuit never takes place. It never happens. It doesn't exist. It's a scare tactic, but okay.
Y'all pretty nice. You have to open it up. See, it's expensive. See that?
Okay, now let's talk about these Miranda rights. That's what we need to do. We need to talk about these Miranda rights because she clearly doesn't understand. For some people, you may need to research it. Other people may really just understand the basis of what Miranda rights are, right? And I'm not knocking anybody who doesn't get it, but for Jag to make these videos like this and to not understand it and to be giving out a bit of I wouldn't even say misinformation. She's trying to make herself out to be the victim of a certain act when really they don't owe you what you think they do pertaining to these Miranda rights. So we're going to get into that. I see that there are 500 of us here right now. What are y'all doing with the thumbs up button? Don't make me get tired to cuss y'all out because I'll do it. I will do it. Matter of fact, what's going on? Hit the thumbs up button. Okay. Now let's get into this. Hold on.
And y'all won't do nothing. I swear, why are these cops here? Why are these cops here?
This is me writing down the information.
I swear to God, if they try to arrest me, I came here. I didn't go to the police station. Have I done anything to threaten you or to harm you? So then why are they standing here? No, you better not fucking arrest me again. You motherfuckers! I swear to God, look at this shit! Look at this! Now I want y'all to listen to something. Please forgive my hoarse voice. But listen and see if they read me my rights.
So, if we zoom in here, DeSoto Mayor's police officers, you're on note. Hold on. Let's go into another one. Hit pause. You see she has hashtag Miranda, hashtag never happened. She's upset at this Miranda thing, right? Part 3, she says Miranda never happened. Doesn't this seem suspicious? So what she's saying is, and child, she wants us to subscribe to her little Roku thing to get some more information. Doesn't make sense. But what I want to do is I want to go over Miranda rights, because she is misrepresenting. She's trying to make it seem like not only that she was targeted, but that they did something wrong pertaining to her Miranda rights. And honestly speaking, they weren't. She's not a part of a bigger plot, a bigger scheme. She wasn't on the chopping block to be interrogated based off of anything. She was just a disturbance to the place in which she was. Yeah, that's what was going on. And so we're going to talk about it, because I think she learns these legal terms, and for people who are ignorant to what they mean and how to navigate them, she successfully tricks them. But Miranda rights is not what you see on First 48 and CSI, etc., etc. So here's what I need you to do. I need y'all to hit thumbs up on the video. Drop some pancakes in the chat. We'll be right back to discuss and break down how delusional Jag's way of thinking really is. Let's get it.
It's time to face it, boo. Your product needs more exposure. If you want to see your ad here on my channel, be sure to shoot an email over to yt.theplainestjane@gmail.com and let's chat. But if you're new in my neighborhood here on YouTube, hey, I'm the Plainest Jane, and I provide coverage and commentary on trending stories, viral events, and Black culture. I definitely appreciate you stopping through and hitting that subscribe button if you'd like more of my particular brand of syrup.
It was a YouTuber, and shout out to her for this good detective work, honey. She's the one who went and was able to put 2 and 2 together. The Plainest Jane. That's the person's name, the Plainest Jane. I couldn't think of what their name was on the podcast, but I wanted to go ahead and shout them out. They're the ones who did the work. All right. So, like I said, shout out to Plainest Jane. She's the one who put that together. So Shekinah was not lying. So when Tiny came back on some, oh, she's making it up, sounded like Tiny's voice to me.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into exactly how Miranda rights work, right? Because it seems like when people see 1, 2, 3 crime shows, they feel like they know all that they need to know about how Miranda rights work. And if they ever get caught up in something, they feel like, oh, well, I have a case, or the case or the charges or the accusations that you are trying to put against me aren't valid, because you didn't read me my Miranda rights. And that is not necessarily the case. So not only is this something that Jaguar Wright can learn from, it's something that y'all can learn from as well. And I get it. It can be so scary. It can be so scary when you are contacted, especially because 99% of my audience is Black, right? So when you're touched or approached by police and you are a person of color or a Black person, it can be scary. But let's get into the real deal pertaining to Miranda rights. All right. It's important. And thank y'all for dropping the pancakes in the chat and for hitting the thumbs up on the video. It means a lot. So, okay. So, and you can honestly find this on any general website about law. You can go through it by state, or you can do the generalized search. But honestly, every state has to abide by this. But I don't discourage you for typing in your specific state and seeing what the what the outline is pertaining to Miranda rights. Okay. And I'm gonna let you know what this is. Since it's hashtag Miranda rights. He didn't read my Miranda rights. Y'all don't find this suspicious. I'm seeing the captions across Jaguar's Instagram videos. Y'all don't find this suspicious. Baby, it's suspicious how clueless you are. That's what's really suspicious. Okay? Are police still required to read Miranda rights? Okay? What are Miranda rights? So there's a lot here. It's a long page. I want to take you to the part that is most important. And even this references TV shows, right? But let's go down to let's go down here. Okay. So this headline here, this section, popular Miranda right misconceptions and what you should know. Okay. So what changed after the Supreme Court ruling of a specific case that they're talking about? The answer is not much. And so regardless of this stance, the Supreme Court enforced and reinforced key concepts regarding Miranda rights to fully understand the impact of the SCOTUS decision. It's important to be aware of the top Miranda misconceptions. So here's what I'm going to say before I read it. When it comes to get Miranda rights, they're only required to, and this is across all 50 states across the nation, when they're reading your Miranda rights, if they choose to do so. And I know that sounds like I'm not siding with them, but I'm just stating what the law is. I'm not siding with them because pigs are pigs and they always mistreat us, right? But the thing about it is Miranda rights are only required when and if you're going to be interrogated for some sort of criminal, whatever the case is. They're not obligated to read you. See, and so when people watch a whole bunch of First 48 and CSI and Forensic Files and whatever it is that they want to read, they get caught up on thinking, well, anytime I'm put in cuffs or taken in custody, they need to read me my Miranda rights, when that's not the case. If it's traffic, if it's disorderly conduct, if it's a resisting arrest, if it's not related to some other scheme, web, or plot with other people in which you'll be interrogated and you'll be asked questions, then they don't have to read you your Miranda rights. Okay? So this is the proof that we have here. Here's some lesser known facts, okay, about Miranda rights. The Miranda warning isn't required every time a police officer initiates an interaction with you. For the Miranda rule to apply, a person must be in custody, meaning they are deprived of freedom of action in any significant way. Routine traffic stops are usually not considered custodial. Now, for the Miranda warning to apply, a person must meet two conditions: one, being in custody, and two, being under interrogation. Hello? Is that what I just... For example, if you are unmirandarized and cuffed at the police station, blurting out a confession while you aren't being questioned is admissible evidence in court, because while you were in custody, you were not being actively interrogated. Police are not required to read your Miranda rights before or during arrest. And while some officers may choose to do so, they're only legally obligated to Mirandarize suspects who are being questioned in custody. And you don't have to see if you don't have to ask Jaguar Wright any question about if she's crazy. You determine that based off of her demeanor and her behavior, etc., and so forth. So there's nothing to ask her about. There's no large conspiracy. She would love to think that there's a large conspiracy, right? That they would interrogate her and she would like give up the information about Bobby and Legends, but that's not what it is. They arrested her because she was disturbing the peace in the mayor's office. And therefore, Miranda rights aren't a necessity there. Okay? Just want to make it clear. You can look up any law in any state pertaining to the Miranda rights, and it will say the same thing. Okay? I looked up the Maryland one. I looked up the Texas one. I looked up random, Arkansas and so on. That is, the truth of the matter of this situation. What are your thoughts, Stickies? Now, let's get into and thank all y'all for being here. I feel really good this morning, even though it's late and I really shouldn't even be up. But what are your thoughts about this situation? And let's move on into what Jaguar is talking about. And baby, this might take all of our patience. We're going to catch up on the lies. We're going to catch up on the delusions of grandeur. We are definitely going to catch up on the delusions of grandeur that Jaguar Wright lives with. Okay? So hit thumbs up. Let me know how you feel down below in the chat. Drop some pancakes down below. And we're going to get into literally about an hour ago, Jaguar went live. And we're going to listen to what she has to say about this situation and how and what she's doing to move forward and elevate as a person. I'm anxious to figure this out, and I'm anxious to listen to it all with you in real time. Let's get into it.
Get into this Black-owned business, Stickies. It's got things for inside your home, outside your home, and even on the go. JasmineMadeIt.com is your new destination for Black Girl Magic mugs, tumblers, and even wine glasses. You can even customize the tumblers and wine glasses. There's a lot going on for a low price over at JasmineMadeIt.com. And if you've been serious about wanting to support more Black-owned businesses, here's your chance. Let JasmineMadeIt.com handle all your problems for family and friends. You ever had a friend over and they just wasn't catching the hint or paying the rent?
Our asses all get to stepping.
Yeah, tell them to get to stepping with this nostalgic Martin-themed doormat and shop over a dozen different doormat designs over on JasmineMadeIt.com. All right, Stickies, you know what time it is. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and shop Black today. Make life easier for you and your household by taking your family's hot or cold beverages on the go with one of these unique tumblers. It's insulated to keep your beverage at temperature, and it comes with a few different reusable straws and even the specific brush that you need to wash it so you can keep it sanitized and germ-free. They've got all kinds of designs to match your mood or style. So grab something for your wife, the hubby, or even the kids over on JasmineMadeIt.com. That's JasmineMadeIt.com, and I'll see you over there.
All right. And don't forget, you can use code Jane for 10% off of your purchase. And there is no minimum purchase requirement. Okay. I absolutely love this cup, literally. And I'm not lying. Honestly, it keeps my beverages hot or cold, whichever one it is. I've done both. Today it's a cold situation, but I've done hot tea when I've been sick as well. Now we're here to talk about Jaguar Wright. So let's go ahead and get into what she got to say. Oh, Lord have mercy. Am I ready? Am I really? Let's take a listen to what Jaguar had to say. Her very first live, fresh out the spittle. She called it the spittle, right? She got out the mental hospital and she said, I'm fresh out the spittle. I'll probably call it that too the next time I go into the hospital. I'm not even gonna hold you. Let's take a look.
Philadelphia rebooted. We all sitting here getting caught up. I just got home. My throat's just coming back. We got to move this weekend. We got to finish this record, get the video done. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Since me and my husband separated, have I seen more productive?
Yeah. She wants somebody to say yes.
Because I feel more productive.
Because if they would have said no, she would have.
And it's funny because I listen to these accounts, these subhuman YouTubers, and these bitches sit there talking about he did his best, he did this, he did that. And I'm like, damn, I did a good job making him look good. The pussy didn't wake up till 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
How many times are you going to say this? How many times are you going to say, I made him? You're upset that some people are, I wouldn't say taking a liking to him. Matter of fact, you know what? Some people are. Some people are taking a liking to him because he's leaving you alone. You're upset. It's clearly bothering you. He goes days and even weeks without talking about you, and you bring him up over and over again. And now that people kind of feel like, I'm glad you got away from her. She's crazy. Here you are saying, I made him. He was trash. He's always been trash. I built him up, and now I'm going to tear him down. Classic narcissist shit. So now that some people are actually effing with him and not effing with you, it's bothering you because you know why? You're a manipulator. You're a narcissistic abuser. And the quickest and easiest way, not that anybody has to even be trying to be bothering you, the easiest way to bother a narcissist is to take away what they've been able to control, and that will have them unraveling. Is there anybody out here in the chat when they first moved out and their parents didn't approve of it and their parents kind of like acted a way in which they never seen before? These could be familiar relationships, romantic relationships, regular friendship and platonic relationships. She is upset that Goomba is able to be well received without her, and she's here talking about it.
Am I wrong? Did you ever see him wake up early with me?
So, and here's where it makes her look extremely weak. Because not you trying to say, this man wasn't shit. I built him. He didn't wake up. He was bleeding from his ass, right? That's what she's been saying. He didn't wake up. He was bleeding from his... So you created a man, according to her. And I don't believe it's... You got to understand the percentages of the truth and the lie. That doesn't make you look any better. I made him, right? So you trying to tear him down and saying, I made him, which means that you're like, you don't even have self-esteem if what you're saying is true. Where's your self-esteem if you had to make a man, you had to teach him how to get up at a certain point in time of day, if what you're saying is accurate?
I was always busy doing shit. Matter of fact, it was the only time I could do shit.
Yeah, I just noticed when you was...
And she says frequently, I made him. So if y'all like him, y'all like what I made. Like, he's trash. I built up this facade about him. That means you don't love yourself. You don't feel like you deserve anybody else. And if so, you've been cheating. And that don't make you look any better. Like,
because the second that he got up, he monopolized my fucking time. No matter what.
If you decided to build a man instead of going out and finding a man that was already a man, then of course he's going to monopolize your time. That's common sense. But you going out of your way to try to make him look bad, it just reveals to us how low your standards and your self-esteem is and how much you'll do for validation. If everything that you're saying is true, it doesn't make you look any better, Jackie. Jackie, it doesn't make you look any better.
I need this. I need that. We ain't got this. How we gonna get, like, constant pressure, worry?
All the way down to her saying that he's dirty. He don't even wash. In order for me to sleep with him, I would have to make sure that he wash. Like, so you're dealing with a 9-year-old. 9-year-olds have an issue with washing boys. So you mean to tell me you married a man that stayed with a man that don't even have it in him to clean himself all the time, according to you? You made his personality. You created a facade. Like, you built a whole man and it still didn't work out for you.
I try to focus on my work. Like the day we did your first interview, baby girl. Yeah. He fucking called me 25 times while I was preparing the questions and getting ready to be on camera and interview you. I'm a skilled and gifted talker. I'm a great communicator, but an interview is something different. Yeah. And especially the intimate nature that we're rocking on. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure that I'm asking all the necessary questions, really attacking what it is that we're trying to accomplish. Yeah. And he wouldn't stop calling me. Remember, I had to block his phone. I had to block him just so I could focus. And then he came and jumped in the car. What are you doing? I'm working. No, you're not. You're just sitting here. I'm preparing my questions for the interview. I remember he tried to interrupt the interview. You know, when I hear people praise him, especially these old tired bitches that were lusting and watching our relationship and all caught up in it, and then the second that it started to get real, all of a sudden I'm the problem and he's the wounded lamb. Mm. Now, crazy. He ain't slick. No, but this is the thing. He is slick. He's very slick. Because he lies so brilliantly. Like, I know when he's lying. I know his tells. If you want to know if Gerald Lahoskin Johnson Jr. is lying, all you have to do is watch him. He'll stop before he talks. He'll pause. He'll look down and to the left. And then instantly he's back into it. Yeah,
that's what you mentioned that.
Down and to the left is a lie with any human being. That's why I play poker so great. I know when a motherfucker's bluffing. Because when they say it, they look down and to the left. Period. And I learned that from an old fucking Sicilian. He was the human lie detector. And he's right, it never failed. It's just that my husband is so brazen with his lies. Like, people talk about, oh, she married him, and oh, she did this, and oh, she did that. But they don't understand the dynamic of how we got married. The night we got together, I was going to kill myself. And he was good company. Even early on, like 10 days in, I saw signs of manic behavior. But I'm like, everybody can have a bad day. And it was just nice having someone to cook for. I was on my own. I was by myself. Sam was gone. Giovanni was dead. My mom was nuts. He was good company. And we loved music.
Yep. When they was good together, they was good together.
And I finally found out that he had just jumped out of a relationship. And not with the girl Nikki, with a whole nother girl. Because he jumped from Nikki to another girl. Because him and Nikki were supposed to become missionaries and get married. And then 2 months after that, she threw him out, ran off with a Jamaican. And then his friend Mike hooked him up with a whole nother chick. and he jumped into her crib and she had kids and he was playing daddy there. And then he had one of his PTSD flip outs and she called the cops, had him thrown out.
How about this, Jaguar? How about this? How about the man that you dealt with before, Sam Odom? We get that you named Sam, very smart child. Is he 19? I'm not sure how old he is, and I would never speak bad of about her child. Sam is, but there, and Sam is a junior, right? And see, I don't speak about Jaguar's children, right? The only reason I'm bringing up Sam Jr. is because I'm bringing up Sam Sr., right? So you got Sam Sr., who is an ex-husband of Jaguar, and then you have Goomba, who is hopefully a future ex-husband of Jaguar, right? And you want to go through other people's history, but what about yours? That was somebody that came before Sam Senior. You want to talk about him? See, because you like to talk about everybody else's history and you like to talk about everybody else's life. I have information about that fella who you decided to not drag through the mud like you do Sam Senior and Goomba. What about them? Since we just exposing people's info for no reason, I'm not releasing his name, his date of birth, the year that y'all were together. But what I will say is you knew that he wasn't the one to be played with. You don't bring him up. You don't post pictures of him. I'll leave it right there for today and right now. But Jaguar, the people you choose to expose and the way that you want to go back and forth with people, and when people leave you out in the middle, it's like a spotlight, right? Like imagine you go to like a disco or a spot to dance and it's a light shining down on you. That's you. And you be out here lying on people and saying, why don't you sue me? Don't nobody want to get bothered with you. Don't nobody have time to get bothered with you when you're just lying about them. Nobody has time for it.
But then again, Nikki called the cops on him, had him thrown out. So then he...
See, you like to expose others and you don't expose yourself. See, this be the thing. Johnny Popcorn, he did the thing. The thing about Jaguar Wright is she knows who to do and play this stuff with. But there are a lot more characters who have and have been, more specifically, they have been involved in the orbit of her existence, the craziness. She only brings up the name of the people who are going to let it ride. Nobody's going to, what are they going to sue you for? Where's the money? Where's the benefit? Right? You're a homeless woman living in her car. You eviction.
Meets me.
So none of these niggas got nowhere to live.
So then he meets me. And I was alone in my son's 3-bedroom apartment with a revolver in his ashes. He was good company. So I gave him a key. I didn't know his parents lived right around the corner. He could smoke weed in my house. He couldn't smoke weed at home. See, my husband always does what suits him. He was at my crib because
he's a good storyteller. And if she don't shut the hell up and go ahead into Hollywood and start figuring out a way to you, because it's the perfect amount of rasp, might sound like a little bit of honesty. It's the perfect amount. If she would do something with that instead of trying to trick the public, and not because she's not making half the amount of money as these YouTubers that are talking about her. How do I know, baby? Ask me. Ask me. Ask me. Ask me. Very good voice. Very good storyteller. The problem is we know that 98.7% of it is a lie. It's a lie. But to the outside person that doesn't know Jag, they might believe it. It sounds like some Southern campfire type-esque, right? She would be so good at it, but she refuses. She refuses.
Because he could do all the things that he wanted to do that he couldn't do at his parents' house. That's how my husband works. That's why he's at Nikki's now, because he can play Call of Duty all day. He's got a room. See,
and you can talk shit all day about other people and other celebrities and so on and so forth. Stop stalking. I do see that Goomba is on Twitch and he's playing Call of Duty all day. He probably needs some time to heal and figure out what he wanted. If he want to play Call of Duty for a month or however long, that's his business. But do you think that him playing Call of Duty all day is worse than what you're doing? And what you're saying and what you're insinuating and what you're explicitly revealing or lying about other celebrities. Do you think that that's any better? Do you think that you calling every male celebrity that you don't like, calling them gay and saying that they like dig up the butt, do you think that him playing Call of Duty is worse than what you're doing when you go to these other platforms and you say, Diddy gay, this person gay, 50 Cent like dig up the butt, 50 Cent, why you buy? Do you think that his antics are worse than yours? And that's the main point here, Jaguar Wrong. You swear Goomba is worse than you. You swear you created him because he was nothing. But you also can't let him go either. And you act like his actions are foolish. But all day, every day, 27 hours a day, you're trying to bother him and this new woman that he's licking and eating strawberries from. Make it make sense.
Guess what? In my house, there's a limit on that shit. Now, I know he wants to be a gamer, and I know that there's people out there that game that make a lot of money, but it's not going to be my husband. He doesn't have the dedication or the focus to be able to push that the way it needs to be pushed. Anything that he's accomplished in the past 4 years, it's only been because I've been there to drive him.
Well, that's very supportive. I do understand he's on Twitch and I follow him on Twitch. And to be completely honest with you, the way that I found out and understood that you were incarcerated was because I went to his Twitch when he went live and I asked him, I said, hey, he was playing Call of Duty. And I said, hey, is Jag arrested? Is she in jail? He was like, yeah. So I made some phone calls. I'm like, okay, I heard it from Lagena, heard it from Lasagna. I heard it from Tokyo Tony. Let me ask him. He said, yeah, he already knew. But the fact that you don't even think he has what it's, and really all it takes is the ability or willingness, should I say, not ability, the willingness to sit down for hours at a time and play the game. There are plenty of people who can take off on Twitch and make money there. I will say that most of them are white. But he can make it. They're A handful of black people on Twitch who play the game and make loads of money playing the game. And based on what I've seen, he's pretty fucking good at it. He's really good at it based on his experience in the service or whatever his life, you know what I'm saying? So for you to say, you're not going to be one of them ones that make it on Twitch. How about that? You like to play the game. Some people play the game for money, but guess what, husband? You're not going to make it. Well, imagine if he said that about your singing career and your ability to blend back into Hollywood, right? Would it be wrong for him to say? I don't know. Morally, maybe. But no, I do think he could make it. He might need to understand keywords and tags. I don't know. But don't act like a black man that's good, because he's actually good at Call of Duty. Because I follow him. He's good at it. He would just need to figure out how to fit in and how to talk and mingle with other people who are part of that platform. But for you to say, this is what my husband wants to do, and I have no faith in him, he's good at that game. I can honestly say that. Stop it, Jackie. Jackie, let's go to the bush. Let's go. Let's go to the bush and see. You want him to not be good at it so that you can manipulate him when his confidence is sitting at 0, because that's when you make the best and the most progress for people.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
He has no drive. None whatsoever. Which is why it's so funny with this whole sex tape thing, because he was so embarrassed of the way he looked in it that he didn't want anybody to know about it. I was the one that talked about it and snickered about it because I thought it was funny as fuck. I'm like, this is a cool, cute little moment for our anniversary. Great keepsake, something for us. And he was like, if it ever came out, I'd be mortified. And I'm like, I wouldn't. Shit's funny as fuck. I'm like, hell, fuck it. We'll be the new Tommy Lee, you know, and Pam Anderson, like, whatever. And I was totally cool about it. But then again, you can't see shit on me. I'm wearing a whole fucking t-shirt. All you can see is the top of my thigh. Shit, it was the Real Life Street Star t-shirt. Comes all the way down to my fucking thigh.
Look.
Couldn't see shit. You could see we were doing shit, but you couldn't see shit. So I'm like, we're not totally exposed. And when we fell, it was so fucking funny. It turned into a whole slapstick comedy. So it went another direction. And it just became a funny moment between a husband and a wife. So to go from you not wanting anyone to see it to now your girlfriend, again, who throws you out all the time when you run out of money, who apparently you've been seeing for quite some time, behind my back, since we've been home, you know, now all of a sudden she's posted our sex tape. Now, number one, if I'm with my dude and
let me just go ahead and say Jaguar wants to talk this way, but it's not true. The sex tape is not out. If the sex tape was out, I would have seen it. Period. Somebody would have sent it to me. The notifications that I have, they would. It's not out. It's it's not out. When I'm asleep, people see it's not. And then when I'm woke, I'm on it. It's not. Not only is it not out, I'm doubting if it even exists. It's not out. It's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. She's lying.
He's still married to his wife. The last thing I'm going to want to see
is a sex tape with him and his wife. That's fucking weird. Fuck, I want to see you with your wife for, nigga. You're here with me. So what kind of weirdo wants to watch her man who she's the absolute side chick for, watching him fucking his wife? Like, you don't want no reminder of the wife around. This bitch done changed her fucking Cash App to Dominique fucking Johnson as if they're legally married when we're legally married. Like, them drugs that they doing got to be strong. Now, think about how weird this is. They're sitting around. I'm jealous. Let's check that out. That's the narrative. I'm jealous of them. They're happy and I'm miserable. I'm stalking him. When do I talk to him?
I haven't heard you talk to him.
Last time I talked to him, it was with King Payne on the phone. I called him to ask him about the sex tape, if he actually leaked it.
When was this?
Just before I got arrested.
So recent.
Yeah, this week. That's the first time I talked to him in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk to him because I really don't want him to know my movements. Because the shit he got coming is so fucking cold. I don't want either one of them to see it coming. Now, but I'm jealous. I've been out on 2 dates, a guy and a girl. I've had a lot of fun. I don't know. Do I look better? I feel better.
Yeah,
that's what everybody says. So, I really don't talk about my husband. I address the issues that I feel need to be addressed, because at the end of the day, when they mention his name, they mention mine first. Jaguar Wright's husband. This isn't a Goomba campaign. This is a, we can't get to Jaguar, so let's take the next best thing so we can justify using her name in a thumbnail. It's a hustle. Funny thing about it is, it ain't my husband's hustle. It's these YouTubers' hustle. Because he's not posting any of this shit on his channel. He's not hosting any of these lives on his channel. If they were really that worried about bread, rather than giving this AIDS patient all this time, you'd be killing it on your own page. But guess why he won't do it? Because he doesn't want to have to be the one that says Jaguar Wright's husband, Goomba. It's okay if everybody else is doing it. If everybody else is saying it, he's just a part of it. But if he has to type that shit in himself, the reality is you're still surviving because of your wife. Now, you and your new boo is sitting around, and for entertainment, you pull out a sex tape of you and your wife.
Interesting.
That's fucking weird as fuck. On so many levels. I don't want to see him fucking that ugly bitch with sores all over her pussy, since she sat there and just admitted that she gave my husband herpes. Ew. It's on my fucking audio on one of my shorts. And now he got herpes. That's what she said.
That's what she said?
Yes.
Let me tell y'all something. I have a whole life to live outside of this. And sometimes I reach my limit with Jaguar Wright. I will more than likely continue the rest of this video and the rest of my commentary pertaining to this situation. I would say tomorrow, but later on today, because we are in the wee hours of the morning. But I can't be sitting up here just... she's sitting up there reasoning with lasagna. Lasagna, ain't it right when I'm insert comment right here? Lasagna, like, you're using lasagna as a soundboard because who else, what other scenario, situation, circumstance does lasagna have in order to validate her? Zero. Zero. Some people are like, oh, this is white supremacy. No, baby, I'm just trying to put up to zero. Zero. Okay. I can't. I'm going to bed. I can't. It's too late. I'll come on earlier tomorrow. This is out of pocket. Okay. Bye. I'm sleepy. Y'all stay beautiful, black, and blessed until the next video. I will catch you all then. Tomorrow, hopefully, we will have a number of different videos to do. Some are one for the public. Something for members only. And I just have to leave it there. I want to tell you all more, but I can't really reveal what's going on behind the scenes. So I love you so much. Shout out to my Discord members. Shout out to my channel members. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to everybody who is in the chat right now. I love you all so much, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Okay? Deuces. Don't forget to tell somebody about your friend Jane. thePLAINESTjane, and you know I provide syrup in the form of black news and celebrity entertainment. I'll catch you next time. Deuces.
But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.